Drama queen, you're in the right place. Whoa.
No, I think that's the reason why.
What's the reason?
No, that's the reason why my hangovers were always so bad and why I always felt nauseous when I got home. Because this morning, I woke up fine.
What? You think this is the issue?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's actually kind of true. Because that's why I don't really even hit this that much anymore. Because like, it kind of does. When I drink on a Breeze bar, unless they want to sponsor. But usually when I drink on a Breeze bar, baby, it's not the vibe.
It's just like the taste is so disgusting, dude.
I don't know. It's this one. This one tastes like actual like garbage. This one
like the smell of it just makes me nauseous.
It is. But like, there's like the other one, like strawberry banana one. Oh my god, I love that one.
No, I hate all of them.
I don't know. Or the Elf bars. Ugh.
I don't like those either.
I don't know.
I only like Jules, but like I also just think that makes me very nauseous and gives me a hangover the next day.
Cereal. Yeah, no, we are not featuring this today. Here, we'll give it to him. He can hang on to it. Welcome back to the bathroom gossip.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride! This was a long time coming. Us trying to get it together. This is one of our Pride outfits.
One of them. We did denim yesterday, like we said, as many of you have probably seen.
Which, Courtney, I did not know we were going to coordinate outfits until like the very last minute.
He's lying.
So
if you go back to our last podcast episode, I literally said the theme was denim and silver, and he was like, "Yeah."
I don't care if it's on the record. I don't think that happened. And so, yeah, at the last minute, I had to pull this outfit together, which is like, whatever.
It's cute. He bedazzled his hat. We got that hat last night.
Yeah, we got this last night.
Jack Daniels
Jack
was
Daniels,
the sponsor. Yeah.
And they're still going to have stuff there tonight, Jack Daniels.
I saw.
There's like flags and whatever. Cute. I don't even know what Jack Daniels is, though. It's a
whiskey.
Okay. Alcoholism. But
dude, no, because at the rib burn off, like every year, or they used to have Jack, I don't remember what it was called. Jack on the Bone for the ribs. It was like a stand called Jack on the Bone.
Gotcha.
And they would always I would always get that one because like when I was younger I was like, ooh, they're spraying like whiskey on my ribs.
Wait, no way.
They spray Jack Daniels like on the ribs before they hand it to you.
But it like burns off though. It's like the same thing in like
it probably does, but as a kid I was like, ooh, I'm consuming alcohol.
Right. Is that the same thing as like vodka sauce with like pasta? Why do they call it vodka sauce?
Because they put vodka in the sauce.
But why? Like, what does it do?
I don't really know. Because I think a lot of it, I mean, unless you put like a lot, it's more so it's going to cook out.
Like, I can understand like cooking with like whiskey and stuff because it does. It has like, I don't know, it has like flavors and stuff in it. And same thing with like cooking with like red wine. Like, my mom will cook with like red wine every now and then. And like, that's like or even white wine you can cook with. But like, vodka? I mean, is it? I don't know what it's doing.
Maybe it's like a consistency thing, but it's like it's water.
Like it's clear.
Yeah,
like, it's not doing
just put water.
It's not making anything like thicker.
Water sauce. Maybe because water sauce doesn't sound good, so they put vodka.
Or
maybe it sucks out. Maybe it dehydrates something in it.
Oh, like it caused like a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
The vodka with the pasta. I don't know. Or the
vodka in the sauce when you're mixing it with the sauce.
What did we talk about the other day? The Dr. Pepper and the wings.
Dr. Pepper? Like the
watching
the barbecue sauce.
Wait, yes, but I was watching, if anybody knows who Doherty Dozen is, it is the wildest family on.
Oh yeah, you said that she poured Dr. Pepper.
So Doherty Dozen, it's a mom of 12 kids. Hence, Doherty Dozen. I'm assuming 12 is a dozen. But all her YouTube videos is her like cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at like 4:00 in the morning for her kids all at once. And I love those because they're just like such a like, I don't know, it's such a vibe. But the one that she was cooking, I have never heard of this. She literally took out 2 big pieces of meat, threw it in like a crock pot, and then put Coke in it. Like Coke or like Pepsi or something.
Yeah.
And then closed the lid and moved on. Yeah, Dr. Dozen is crazy. I've just never heard of like someone making like using Pepsi or Coke to make like meat or something.
You know what else? Speaking of Pepsi and Coke, is that I've heard this twice now, but apparently I don't know if it's a Colombian thing, but somebody in Florida said that they did it too, actually. Ariana Maddox said this.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe it's not. I don't know. But apparently it's like a thing to help you tan without like having to pay for bronzer.
Is this?
Is people would mix baby oil and Coca-Cola and put it on themselves.
Sounds awful. It sounds so sticky.
Yeah.
I mean, like currently or back in the day?
She said that she did it when she was like younger. And then like because the one guy's dad is Colombian. It's Frankie from Basement Yard.
Okay, yeah.
He said that his dad would do it when he was younger.
Wait, okay, maybe this is a thing then, because I don't know. I mean, that's probably what like maybe that's all somebody had to use. But I feel like that isn't like what my first thought would be to like do that.
I just didn't think it would be that common because like I
kind of
listened to those like 2 episodes like back to back ish, like probably a week apart, and I was like, "There's no way that this could be this common."
Oh, that was entirely separate. That was
they were 2 different like podcasts.
Oh my god. Okay, maybe we should try it. Maybe that'll make.
Girl, I ain't trying that. I'm gonna like with bees.
That's what I was gonna say.
Does anybody know anything about bugs? Like, do we not remember that bugs exist? Especially Florida bugs. Like, it's humid down there. Like, they're probably huge.
Don't forget, we're supposed to save the bees and the bugs because there's.
I could literally care less.
No, actually, same. Like, I know there's like a food chain and everything, and like I know like but like, I personally. I don't want a single bug around me for any circumstances. If none of them existed, I think my life would be better. And low key, I would love to see like a breakdown of what would happen if we didn't have bugs.
Okay, yeah, because there are some that just bees, I get it. We need it for pollen, for the plants to survive, blah blah blah, whatever. I think we do just fine in the winter when we don't have any of that.
Right.
But anyways, why do we need slugs?
Don't people eat those? That's like a delicacy. Snails? Or no, it's different.
Snails is different.
I think that's
same
different.
Consistency, still very gross.
I don't know why somebody would want to eat that.
Did you know that if you pour salt on a slug, it like melts?
No.
It turns like into a milky consistency.
Ew.
The salt.
Ew. Oh my god, this just reminded me of a video that I saw on TikTok a couple years ago of a lady. I don't know if it was on whatever it was, or on YouTube or something, of her eating like an octopus. But like, she showed you start to finish how to prep it for like cooking and then like preparing it. This lady, she had the biggest octopus ever. It was literally moving off of the table, or squid.
That's disgusting.
And while it was still alive, she like coated it in like salt. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Like you're not supposed to like kill it. Like you're supposed to like.
Does that kill it?
I don't know what it does. I think it's like, because if it like, I think with like certain seafood, if you like kill it like quickly or something, it can release like toxins.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
So like there's like, you have to do it in a way that's like
safe.
Like I guess
FDA approved.
Do you remember that clip of Snooki?
Or is that, I don't know what FDA means. I don't know. Does that have to do with food?
Federal Drug and something agency. Federal Food and Drug Agency.
Is it food?
Food, yeah, food and
drug,
something like that. You remember that clip of Snooki from Jersey Shore saying she doesn't like to eat lobsters because they're alive when you kill them?
I do remember that.
Like,
weren't they like at a restaurant and like they were like in the
it was probably like when they were in Italy or something, because there's like so much seafood there. But yeah, she was like, I don't like to eat lobsters because they're alive when you kill them. And it's like,
for some reason, I just don't believe that Red Lobster was actually killing the lobsters and cooking the lobsters that they had in there.
With how many things are frozen foods that you just pull out and like throw it in the microwave now, especially at like chain restaurants like that, they're not gonna have like, do you think they have like chefs who know how to cook a lobster right like back there?
There's no way.
Especially like now. Currently,
if you knew how to cook a lobster, you'd be working at like a Michelin restaurant.
No, yeah, a fine restaurant.
Yeah.
I know, that's true. I never thought about that. Dude, I used to love Red Lobster. And I went, the last time I was there was
used to go a lot. Years ago.
Oh, there's something about chain restaurants that I don't think I can do it anymore.
I think they're like out. A lot of them are starting to close.
Red Lobster's closing.
Red
Someone
Lobster,
else, Chili's.
Chili's. A lot of Applebee's are getting shut down.
Thank you,
Outback.
God. Get rid of that. Oh, my aunt would be. She's gonna protest. My aunt will protest. Dude, my aunt. I don't care. I'm gonna talk about this. My aunt, for my grandpa's, like whether it's his birthday or for Christmas, my aunt will buy him a Outback gift card, and then he will so that he purposely uses it to take her out to Outback. He has no return on investment on that gift. She gives him the gift card so that she can ask him to go to Outback, and then he uses his gift card to pay for a meal for her. It is crazy. She has done this for years.
That's crazy. I'm gonna start doing that with my parents.
No, that is kind of like Cheesecake Factory.
Like, kind of smart though.
Like, hey, I got you guys like a Cheesecake Factory.
Although my parents have so many gift cards, they just don't ever use them. But it's for places that like we wouldn't want to go.
Didn't they give you one or something the one time, and you were like, I don't even know like where this is for. It was something so random.
I don't know.
So random. And I was like, why do they have that?
They have, or they gave me a Cheesecake Factory one before, but I mean, we could use that.
When we were sick. Dude, the only chain restaurant I don't want to close is Cheesecake Factory. It is so good.
There's no way that bitch is closing because it's always so fucking busy.
So busy.
And it's huge.
So massive. Like, it's, oh my God. It's so
many people work there. It's insane.
Like, Steak Diane, Cheesecake Factory.
Steak Diane. 10 out of 10. The factory nachos.
The factory nachos are
oh my God, we
amazing.
haven't had those in so long. I don't think, because like every time we go, we like fill up on bread and we're like, we probably shouldn't get the nachos because I want dessert.
The last couple times that we, or even like just lately, like every time I've gone there, like they take forever to bring out the bread.
Yeah, that's true.
They bring it out like with your meal.
They're like always like for some reason like running low on bread.
Like how? This is like your, not to like make like this is your bread and butter. Like what do you mean? Like you're running low on that. So good. I love the brown one, the pumpernickel.
I know you like that one. I don't really know if I can eat that one. I always eat the Italian one, even though that bitch tears my fucking mouth up.
Wait, yeah, it does. It's like because it's like acidic almost. It has like a
not even acidic. It's just hard as a rock every single time. Even when they take it right out of the oven, for some reason it's so hard. I'm like, there's no way that this is fresh out of the oven. Like this has been sitting back there. You're just like too lazy.
To, pull. It's like the actual bread is okay, but it's like the crust on the outside is like
so hard.
You have to like rip it,
dude. Off. Yeah, because one time I ordered a cheeseburger from there, and they didn't have any more like regular buns. It came on like the bread. On that bread, and oh my God, I could barely fucking trying to bite through that to get to my burger was so hard.
I remember that because you were so like stressed out eating that. Like there was so much going on.
It was very overstimulated with that, that's for sure. Because like there was so many different consistencies going on. I should have just asked him for a lettuce bun.
Go back to when I went out to what's that one restaurant? The one that's open 24 hours. My friends.
Dude, haven't been there in forever.
I should really go there tonight. Like I don't know. But
I'm over it.
I know. It's like is it good? Not really, but like
it's cheap.
It's cheap, yeah.
There's definitely like some interesting people there if you want to people watch, but
if you're from Cleveland or in the Cleveland area, you know go to my friends.
Everybody knows about my friends.
Go to my friends. It is wild. That's literally the name of the restaurant. It is open 24 hours, and their pastries.
Their pastries do look good. I never tried them.
Their pastries are so good. But no, the one time I went to my friends and it was so late, the one guy that we were with got like just like a burger, I think. Or I think that's what a burger, which ordering a burger from there is kind of crazy. And then the waitress came back and said, we're out of bread, we're out of buns. So like, do you just not want a bun? Or like I can put it on something else? And he was like, just surprise me. She brought it out on white bread.
Girl, well, I'm not, at a place like that. I'm not gonna say surprise me.
Did he eat surprise it? Yeah, he ate it. I mean, I think he was like fried too. At the same time, so he was like, "Oh my God, like whatever." Yeah, it was. I don't think I could possibly. Oh my God, or my mom, dude. Every time my mom makes burgers, I don't think she doesn't really do this anymore, but she used to be like this when she was like in her weight loss journey. Dude, she would always like eat like a hamburger with like no bun. I hate that, and eat it with like a fork. I hate that. What are we doing?
I've done that with hot dogs.
Okay, but I feel like that's like kind of okay though. Well, not a hot dog, maybe like a chicken, like chicken sausages or something, whatever they're called. They're like meant to be eaten like that. And a hot dog is like that. It's like that shape, but I don't know. I feel like a hot dog is like kind of okay to do that with. Like a burger, no. Eat the bread. That's the best part to me.
There have been a couple times where I have had it without one, but that's because we ran out and I was not going to use white bread, so I just ate like just the burger.
With a fork?
Not with a fork, that's
with your
for sure.
hands?
Probably.
Baby.
My mom would always make fun of me for this. I would always eat steak with my fingers as a kid.
How?
I still do
is it the
sometimes.
one with the bone?
No.
Oh,
If it's like
so it's worse.
It's like a thinner, then like I'll just pick it up like it's jerky and just eat it.
A steak is like this big.
We get like small ones.
Oh, like maybe like a center cut, like a fillet, maybe. I mean,
it's quicker. I hate cutting steak makes me want to kill myself.
Dude, I remember one time I was like when I was like younger, I was like so awkward and I hated being at like the dinner table with my family because like everybody just made me feel so uncomfortable. And like especially when you're like in like an awkward stage, like everything you do, you feel like people are just like watching you.
Yeah.
I remember sitting at that dinner table, I was trying to like cut a steak. Bro, I was being such a mess. Like it was like the plate was like moving across.
The steak was on the floor.
Like it was so, like I didn't have enough strength to like cut it. It was just going everywhere. And my mom had made like mashed potatoes and those were like kind of like falling off of the plate. And everyone's just like looking at me, just like not saying anything. That's a core memory that sticks out.
I'm shocked nobody just got up and just like
let me help you
shit and just cut it for you.
No, dude, up until I was like 13, my mom would like cut my steak for me.
She was so over that.
Yeah, because like I was just such an awkward like kid. Like everything I did, it just felt like people were just watching me, and I don't know. I'm so happy I'm out of that stage. I feel like sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I still feel like I'm in like an awkward stage, but like I don't know.
Annoying stage.
Like when I like.
Let me correct you. Annoying stage.
Like I feel like when I meet new people, like I try so hard to like not be awkward that I make up for it by like talking a lot. And like asking like wild questions that I come across like a psycho.
I don't know if that's you avoid being awkward or if that's just you being yourself.
No, I don't know. Because I'm like, okay, let me like not be like awkward and be like, hi, oh, how are you? Okay, cool.
You feel like you just have to like lead the conversation.
I just feel like I have to like get right into it. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, are you single? Like, what's going on? Like, oh, I love your outfit. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like that's how most people are though now. Like, maybe it's just like Gen Z, like the way you communicate with people now. But like, I don't do the whole like, I don't know, like the basic shit. Like, I just like get right into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Because like when I was younger, I would like be like so scared to like talk to people. So I'd be like, I just like didn't know like what to do.
I mean, honestly, like me too. I used to be like more shy than I am now.
Yeah.
I can be like quiet, but sometimes I just don't feel like talking.
You're like, I don't care. I don't want to know anything.
Exactly.
But then, I don't know. I feel like you and I are like never on the same page sometimes. Because like there'll be times when you are so like social and like doing things like meet this person. Mm-hmm. And then there's times where I like want to talk to people. But like I feel like we're never like equally like social.
I mean, I think that's like good. So then like one can kind of overcompensate
one's in
for
a bad
the
mood
other.
and one's not.
Yeah. Like if one of us doesn't feel like talking, like the other one will take control of the situation. You know, it's kind of a good balance.
No, that's true. Or I feel like when one person's in a bad mood, the other one's always in a good mood.
That too.
That is so real.
There have been times like that. Like
all the time.
Like I don't know. I'm just like thinking of all the times that like I may have like
every time
when I've like picked you up to like hang out and you're like, hey, and I'm just like, hey. And you're like, you need some coffee or something.
That's very
we need to go get you some caffeine.
Which I feel like puts you like in a worse mood because I'm just like talking about it.
Yeah, and then or there are times where I'm like in a good mood and then you come into my like car or I just see you and you're just like complaining about like 500 things.
No, that is not true. I feel like I'm not a complainer.
Maybe not complaining, but just like ranting about like work or something,
or like something
you come
about
into
somebody that we know.
Yeah, like you come into the car and you're like talking to me about how your parents like pissed you off for like breathing in your direction.
Well, yeah, because sometimes, dude, sometimes my parents just like do things that is just so wild to me. Dad will like come into like I don't know if I said this last time, but like come into the kitchen and like move something and then
oh my god, wait,
just like leave, and I'm like, why did he do that? Like I don't know why.
I don't know, dad things, bro.
It is dad things. Or why do dads clear their throats so much? I don't understand that. I don't think your dad does that.
He doesn't, but he sneezes really loud.
Oh, my dad.
And that's a dad thing.
Sneezes crazy.
It's always 2. And if it's
never
not 2, it's
once.
like 3. It's never just once.
You kind of sneeze loud, though. You sneeze cute, though.
I spit when I sneeze.
You do. You have like a
I'm
wet
a spitter,
sneeze.
Dude. I don't know how to stop it.
Because
I used to not be like that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like, I don't know. When I sneeze rarely. And when I do, it's usually like a culmination of like multiple days and weeks of it trying to build up. And I'll sneeze once and then my voice will go out for like 5 seconds.
Like, it literally just happened before we did this.
I sneezed and it was like, I have like a very like it just comes out and then my voice goes with it too.
Too bad it's not permanently gone.
Courtney said that I said, what should we talk about today? And she was like, let's talk about how you're annoying and let's talk about how you're high maintenance, which I fully disagree.
We were having this conversation the other day and he thinks that he's the least high maintenance out of all of our friends.
100%. 100%. Am I the most dramatic? Possibly. Well, I don't know. I feel like we're all equal.
I don't know. No, I think you are.
I feel like we're all equally high maintenance and equally dramatic in our own like ways. Like I'm like
you're just the most.
I think I'm the most obvious.
I don't think we're like okay, so you're the most. I'm not saying like none of us are. You're just like the most.
I feel like I'm just like
you just be doing the most.
In what way though?
Every single way.
This hat that I rhinestoned. I just want to put in like my best effort, like always, and I just have like such high standards for myself all the time. Like I'm really particular about like how I look. I'm really particular about how I sound. I'm really particular about what I'm wearing, how things fit. I'm really particular about like how things like mix together. Like I don't know.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
It's not, but I feel like it never like affects other people though. Like my high maintenance, I feel like never affects other people. It's only affecting me. Cause like it'll like affect my mood. Like if I don't look right, I'm like, what was that? Is that an earring? What is going on today? Dude, earrings freak me out. Courtney has a belly ring and every time she takes it in or out, it scares me so bad.
You should watch me take out my nipple rings.
I mean,
I like never take those out. I used to change them because like I have like really cute heart ones, but
oh yeah,
I prefer the look of just like the silver bar.
Yeah, no, I think those are cute, but like, I don't know. Like, does that hurt? Like to like change them? Like even now, because it's so like, sensitive. I feel
it can, because honestly, like sometimes they do. I don't know. It's like sometimes around my period, like. Even my belly ring like gets like sensitive. So sometimes those get sensitive.
Or don't you feel them like heating up when you're like in the tanning bed?
No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I can't like do any more piercings. I literally just have my ear pierced and that is like it. Like I did like briefly because like right now I'm thinking about getting like a tramp stamp because I think that would be cute, but it's only just for like aesthetic purposes. I'd be over it after I have
I think you should just get like a couple fake ones to put on whenever you want.
That's true because that's very me. Like just like because I feel like my like vibe changes like all the time. But and then I was also thinking about like, oh, maybe like a belly ring could be kind of cute. But I'm like, that's just like the thought of that like freaks me out so bad.
I cannot picture you with a belly ring.
No, same. I thought about it too, and I was like, it just
you going through that process, taking you to like a tattoo shop to get your belly button ring pierced just
doesn't sound right.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, there are things that like it just like wouldn't add up. I just like me being in there, even like me getting a tattoo just like doesn't sound right.
Like how you said you going to the gym doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense.
There's just places where you just can't picture Chris
myself,
going.
I feel like you can't picture me in a lot of like the grocery store. Don't think so.
Well, I can because I've been there with you a couple times.
I know, but
it's just to buy like little things.
I do love I love the grocery store and I love like snacks and everything, but like I don't know. I just feel like being like in public places
you
like that.
Pumping gas.
Could never.
Can't picture that.
Can't picture that. No, like me operating a vehicle. Could you imagine me like in the driver's seat with my hands on the wheel? No,
not really.
Not really. I can't imagine myself doing that. Or what else?
you walking a dog.
I've done it multiple times.
I know, but I just can't picture you doing that.
I don't know. Can't you like picture me like? Could you picture me walking your dog though?
No.
Really?
I don't think you would. Like, she's an easy person to walk, but she's so reactive to like everything that you wouldn't be able to deal with.
I would not be able to deal with it.
You would drop the leash and just let her go.
I say she ran away. She ran away. No, because I couldn't do that. That's like so mean. Like that's like off. That would be like the end of our friendship if I did that. That would be like straight up like nail in the coffin. Like I think you would kill me.
Oh, I would not be your friend.
Like straight up. If
I mean, like I feel bad because it's like
no.
I probably shouldn't have let you been holding her in the first place.
No, but the thing is, I don't think she would like run away. Like though, like I wouldn't. I just would not let that happen.
Well, thank you.
I would just like find like how quickly I could get her back inside it. Because
and it's like she's very like
sassy.
She's obsessed with treats, so that's really all you have to do. Probably is like
TREAT or no, your dog is.
She knows the word snack, but she's sleeping,
she's
so we're not gonna
say that.
We're not gonna say that out loud.
So because you can't imagine me in places, does that like define like if someone's like high maintenance? I feel maybe
picky.
I'm not picky though.
You're not a picky eater.
I'm not a picky eater at all. Eat
but
anything.
You are picky with like where you
want to be eating. Yeah. No, yeah. Because like I like to get dressed up, and if I'm like dressed a certain way, it's because I already am imagining I'm going to like one of 3 restaurants. Like I'll dress a certain way to go to a brewery or to go to like a wine bar.
But it's also good because it's like those places are good. Like you're a good person to ask like where to go to eat because you know all the good places. And honestly, like you've been to a lot of places.
There is like a bad place to. I don't think I've been to like a bad place to eat though. Oh my god,
that's the first one that comes to mind. Like I know never to go there because of your 2 experiences.
Yeah, no, the food is not good there. I'll bleep so we don't get like sued. Like,
can you get sued? You can get sued for an opinion.
I mean, yeah.
Unless they consider that like slander.
It's like a review though. Because what the fuck is Google reviews? People getting 1 stars.
Exactly.
You can't sue over that. It's right to speech.
But they can delete the comments. They can't delete us saying this.
Dude, that was something I was wondering on when I was like looking at like resorts. I was going to like Mexico or even just like anywhere in general now. Like when I like travel. I genuinely think it's like other resorts or other like competitors of places that like leave the crazy. When I was going to Mexico early this year, there was a crazy ass review on there about like this lady. It was so long. She said all these things, but then she said, "Oh, I was at the pool. There were kids splashing water on me." Okay, not whatever. She said her husband fell, broke his leg, and he was bleeding out, and nobody helped him. I was like,
no, that I don't believe that.
And it was like a review that was like 2 days before I was supposed to go. I'm like, I genuinely think it's like other resorts because like low key, like it's like it's competition. Like the same thing probably happens with restaurants too. Like it's just like if I owned a restaurant, low key, I feel like I would do that.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think I've ever left a bad review. Actually,
I don't know if
I might have done it once, but I don't remember why or
like
where.
A restaurant or like a DoorDasher or like a.
It wasn't like DoorDash or anything. I think it was a restaurant, but I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever left a bad review because I'm always like, you know what? I'm like pretty content no matter what.
Yeah, same.
Like I don't send food back. I don't.
But like something bad must have happened if I did that. So like I don't really like remember what it could have been.
See, if you're the one with the experience, you must be high maintenance.
Well, okay, that doesn't count because I'm usually really chill. So it's like it had to have been like something bad or maybe like the service. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's one thing about us. Like you will never catch us, or I don't really know many people like this, but who will like send food back, be awful to people waiters. I
could never be friends like that.
I love waiters and waitresses. I am always joking around with them, always talking to them, always playing around with them. I love waiters and waitresses. I love them.
Yeah,
they're my favorite people. Because they're just working for them tips.
I know.
They're running around, serving out food, cleaning up the tables. Like, I love them so much.
I know. And it's just like so impressive to me sometimes when I just like really think about it. I'm like, they
carry this food.
Some people that like don't even write things down, they just memorize
it. Yeah. And like sometimes they will come back and be like, wait, what was like this or whatever? But it's like, yeah, I could not.
I know. And like, because like the menus are so like specific sometimes, and like having to memorize like
The
drinks and what's
specials.
in them, specials, what's like in this, if there's like an allergy, which I mean, a lot of times if there is an allergy, sometimes they do go back in the kitchen to like
True.
ask.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's just so much to
Especially
remember.
like those like you've been to Marble Room. Like I'm pretty sure like those people like they tell you how it's prepared. They
Hmm.
tell you like the sauce and the this and the that. Like they know all of it. It's like at like nice restaurants like that, they really know their stuff. But I don't know. I feel like I could like
And
care less.
Marble Room, they put on like a fucking show, dude.
Do they? I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been there.
My bill was 300, almost $400.
You paid?
Yeah, it was for a birthday.
That's right. Yeah, you did pay, didn't you?
I sure did.
They gave you a tour, right? Of like the
They give you a tour because it what used to be like a bank.
yeah.
They give you a tour. They'll like offer to like take a picture of you like by this like safe door that.
Are you allowed to
like,
eat in there too? Is that like or special occasions like inside the vault or whatever?
Yeah, I think you have to like rent it out, and
It's
from what I
expensive.
remember, it was a lot of
Yeah,
money.
surrounded by money,
Yeah.
gold blocks.
But the food was really good.
What'd you get?
We got crab cakes, which I don't like crab cakes, but like he ate them all, so whatever.
Period.
Um, and
Yes.
yeah, we just got steak, and they bring out this huge bowl of like mashed potatoes that you can like serve to yourself and put on your plate.
Oh, yes.
And then they brought like a huge bowl of like steak sauce.
Oh.
But the best part was that I wrote like a note because they'll like ask if there's like an occasion. I
Okay.
put birthday. So they came out with like a big huge cotton candy thing, and it like lit up and had a happy birthday thing in it.
Tea. So okay, so they do that here. When I was in Chicago, like a couple years ago, dude, everywhere we went, they like offered us if we wanted like cotton candy after our meals. I was like, what is
That is
this
so
about?
cool.
I was like, sure. Like
It's
I
just
was
like
so off put by it.
It's like nice because it's like it's not messy.
That's true.
And it's
like
light.
It's
Yeah.
something sweet, but like I don't know. That's true. It's not like cake or something. Do you think
Yeah.
they did that because it was like a birthday?
Yeah, because I mean I saw them do it for like a couple other tables too.
Like,
But-
I don't know.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of like the furniture that they had. We were in a velvet blue like booth.
I think that's kind of cute.
I have something about like
I think
furniture
cute.
like that. Like you can't clean
Clean
that.
it. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
It-
I think about that a lot at like restaurants where like I'm like, how do you clean this? How do you clean that? Like when we were at that bar in Florida with that carpeting and it smelled and all that stuff. I'm like, how? I'm like, no wonder it fucking smells in here. It's a bar with
Yeah.
carpeting. Like, how do you clean it in Florida?
Mold.
Dude, how much mold was in
Mold
that
out the
fucking bar?
wazoo, dude.
Dude, yeah. I'm like scared of mold out of like nowhere recently. Like it's
I
like,
am
on my
too,
mind.
but that's because like TikTok is always like, oh, you're probably allergic to mold, or there's probably like mold here or there, or we were living with mold for like 10 years and we didn't even know. Like that freaks me out because this building is old and there's a lot of water damage
I was gonna say,
everywhere.
it was like leaking. Like
It
yeah.
was. Okay, so my bathroom was leaking and it's right behind this wall. It started leaking like onto this side of the wall. Like, and
This was crazy.
there was mold in my cabinet eventually because they were putting off like fixing it for so long. And so
Well, I was wondering like how long does mold take to just like
it was
like
fast.
moldy water that was like leaking through the building? Like it was probably like I don't know.
I don't know, but it was like sitting in there. Like my bathroom was
Oh
like
my God, I'm freaking
soaked.
out.
So yeah, there was mold in the cabinet. I sent them a picture. They replaced that too. But my mom and I were like calling them out. They were like, because they were gonna just repaint it, and my mom was like, "No, you're like, you need to sand it.
Yeah.
You need to strip this paint and redo the whole
You
thing."
can't
So
just
they did.
paint over like mold. Like
Right.
I mean, you
Or
probably
paint
could.
over water damage because yeah, it's gonna turn into mold because it's like
Or, like,
wet.
mildew. Oh my God, I'm like freaking out thinking about this. That's why like even like when I travel and I like go into the bathrooms, I get so freaked out because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was on their asses about that. Dude, my mom was being so crazy with the guy on the phone because the manager was like talking to her and he's kind of an ass.
Yeah.
But my mom was being so funny. She was like, "Do you know what mold is?" And the
Drag him.
dude, she was like, I don't think you're I don't think your manager knows what it
I think
is.
you're qualified to know what mold it. Leave it to a mom to tell you about how to skip the mold.
Dude, the next day, like when he came here, I was like, sorry about my mom. Like she's just trying to get this done. Like it sucks because it's been like 4 weeks at this point. And he was like, yeah, your mom told my boss that I don't know what mold is.
I mean, weren't you kind of being like crazy on the phone too, like low key?
Eventually, yeah. I was like, dude, like you guys need to fucking like fix this.
You're like, I'm breathing in mold right now.
And I mean, I couldn't use my bathroom for four weeks, like a whole last month.
Did you have, like, that door just, like,
I
closed?
Still was paying full rent. Like that was ridiculous.
Oh, I was showering across the street.
Huh?
Weren't you like showering at the rec center?
Well,
or was that a different reason?
No, I showered at like my parents', I think. Oh. I think I did shower at the rec center a couple times because I had a pass there. So I think I did shower there.
Okay.
No, remember when the hole was in the ceiling because they finally like dumped it all out or whatever, and that was
scary.
All that was in the ceiling to like stop the dripping was a towel.
That is so gross.
And the one day I came home and there was like debris and nails all over my bathroom tub.
Nails probably that from like 1860.
Yeah.
I don't know when this building was built because baby, this is not a current residence.
Dude, no, it was so funny because when you saw that towel up there, you were like, Courtney, that's just about to fall on your head because like of how
big, wet,
how heavy it was from all the water in it.
Dude, if a wet towel soaking up 100-year-old water,
I would have like gotten knocked out, dude. Like I would have.
Dude, that probably would have disintegrated my hair. That probably would have ripped my hair out. That
shit would have given me a concussion, like for sure.
Yeah, why did they think that? Because when I was with my ex, the same kind of thing like happened, which prompted them to have to redo the roof, which was a whole wild. Dude, I remember. Oh my god, wait, hold on. There's so many stories in my head. So. Again, he lived in a building that was very similar to this one, like probably built around the same time, like late 1800s. And it rained really bad. He had water damage, like leaking down the walls, and then it was like bubbling up on his ceiling.
Yeah.
Dude, he had to like pop it because it was like this huge bubble. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, let's just pop it. Dude, he popped it. The water that came out of there was brown.
Ew.
It was like not even just brown though. It was like orangey brown. It was so
like
nasty.
A rust.
It freaked me out so bad. And then he said, so his maintenance people, like they started fixing everything, which I don't even think they really fixed that wall like that. I think he ended up just like painting over that. Ended up redoing like the roof. Bro, while they were redoing the roof, him and I were like there the one night and we heard them drop, I don't know what the fuck it was or what they were using to redo the roof. We heard something fall literally through the fucking building. And like it like hit the ground and it shaked the building. It like fell through like I don't know like I think the way that apartment buildings are set up, they have like support walls on the interior. I only know this because I watched a video about how an apartment can collapse. Anyway, but there's like concrete support walls that are in the center of the buildings. That's where they start from. And there's like dead space, I think. Bro, they dropped something or I think a piece of we heard like the wall like crumbling on the inside and like
That's
falling
crazy.
in. Dude, I was so scared to go there. I was so scared.
Like honestly, like because his building is on a hill too, and
it is. Yeah,
it's kind of just like it's you can tell it is old, especially because it is on a hill. That like some of it is like slanted.
No, it is.
Wasn't his balcony or was it the back balcony that was like?
Oh, the back
crooked.
balcony, babe. Dude, you think yours is like wild back there? Yours is like stable. His was like it was like wooden. And it was like narrow. It was like flushed up against the building so bad, bro. We would be walking like sideways, going down like the stairs back there.
That's crazy.
Kind of cool, but like also like I like old buildings. Like I don't think I'd want to live in like a new.
But it's just like, why are they waiting until somebody can sue them and get hurt? Like fix it.
And we know these bitches do not have. I mean, they might have the money. I don't know because a lot of I think his landlord like owned like multiple apartment buildings.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But like
usually
so
they do.
You know they have the funds in case of something like that happens. But I'm just like, ugh. Speaking of fears, throwback to the last episode. That is not irrational. That is a fear of mine. Is a building collapsing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Baby, I could not.
I like can like picture the one in my head. Wasn't that in Florida?
Yes. Yep.
Wait, was it a building or was it?
Oh, it was an apartment building.
Wasn't there also
There were a couple
a
collapses.
car, like, a car garage that collapsed?
Um, that was actually next to you. There was the apartment building over their parking garage collapsed. Nobody died. It was very
Wait,
minor.
where?
Like last year.
Wait, which
When we
which
walk
one
to
are
the
you
bar, I'll
talking
show you
about?
the one right next to you.
Like the one that's like technically underground?
Yeah, that one.
How did that collapse?
It like a slab of it like came down and like yeah, it like crushed a couple cars. Nobody died, but yeah, that was like I think that was like last year.
How did I not know that?
It
I
was
was
like
living
it was
here.
like yeah, oh yeah, that happened. That's why I was like, oof. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go there, girl. It's like scary.
Literally, how did I not know that?
Not sure, but that happened. But I think there was a garage, but no, that one in oh my god, we're like the news today. The one in I know it's like but no, the one in Florida a couple years ago, that was like an entire oh my god, that was so scary. Literally like everyone that was in there, like everybody died. Everybody
That is
died.
crazy.
98 people.
Dude,
What do
that's
you
why
do? Like you don't do anything.
that's why I could never live in like high tower because that freaks me out.
Dude, yeah. Like no.
Penthouse suite, I'm sure it's amazing and beautiful, but like, girl, that's high up
Well,
there.
and that was one of the things that like when they were building those back in the 70s on oh my god, we're like conspiracy theories right now. Back in the 70s when they built that apartment building, they added an extra level for penthouse suites that weren't on the blueprints that they said don't do that, it's not going to support it, and they
Oh,
did it
really?
anyway. Yeah, so that was the thing. There was like an inspection that was done a couple months prior that showed a ton of water damage that wasn't being fixed. Oh yeah, crazy stuff. And it was because of the pool deck. The pool was elevated that and it sat above the parking garage. Weird. That just sounds like crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, mess it all up. That's why there's like those apartment buildings downtown right now that have like the pool, or the one that they just built in Ohio City that has the pool on the top. With it's like brand new. It has the pool on the top of the building. I'm like, I don't like that. There's something about a pool.
Elevated water
is not for me. It is not. For
elevated
me.
water should not be a thing. Like, unless maybe it's like
problems.
Right. Unless it's like maybe like a hot tub.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, it's sitting in something, but when it's built into like a ground pool
Yeah.
up high.
Because that stuff is so heavy. Like stuff to like for like to make sure that water doesn't leak and everything and to pump it up there, that's like that's heavy stuff. And that's sitting on top of your building. Like, dude, not no.
Girl, no.
And especially like in Florida with like all their hurricanes and like
why do y'all need a pool up there? Just go to the fucking beach.
Humidity, like that's like damaging shit. Like I just felt like when we were in Florida, like everything just felt like it was gonna fall apart, just because everything was just seemed so moist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody doesn't like that word. Everything just felt so like damp that it could just like fall over.
Yeah.
Like rotted wood. I hate that. That's why like every time I would like go into like every time I come into your apartment building, I'm always like looking at like the foundation and stuff.
When it's like humid and hot in here, it smells weird.
Tea. Dude, yeah. I wonder like people from like literally like the early 1900s were like living here. Doing like I don't know.
I know. I like wish I knew the history of like what this place was. It kind of gives like classroom. Like I feel like it was like a class.
Oh, no.
A school?
A school, you think? No, because it's literally called Blank Manor. Like
What does that mean?
Like it would have been like it was always an apartment building.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, this was probably like because around the time like when like immigrants were like coming over and like it was like the cities had to build quickly to like support like a bunch of people like immigrating to the country and like so yeah, it was probably like that.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I feel like you have like a big apartment though.
I mean, I think I do too. My mom told me that what's that housewife's name? Bethany?
Bethany Frankel.
My mom and I were
her.
talking about her today, and
Bethany.
she was like talking about how like when she first came on the Housewives that she was like poor.
She was, yeah. Ish.
And yeah, and she said like yeah, like she was living in New York. She's like she's paying like a good amount of money for an apartment way smaller than yours.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I remember her. It was oh my god, so small, and she was probably paying those people in New York. I was on like New York like apartment TikTok for a little bit, and it was like a studio, half of a studio, like one room, and like You have the smallest bathroom in the world, and it's like over like $2,000.
And your closet is like,
it's shelves up high.
this is like how far back your closet is.
No, and it's like a crawl spaces that you have to put like bins of stuff in. It is crazy what people like. I mean, I feel like I could live like that though. I don't like a lot of space.
Having like an animal makes a difference, I guess.
True.
Like, and she's like bigger, so I would want like more of a space. I can't imagine like how much it costs to get like a fucking penthouse,
dude,
in New York City.
Probably there's some that are like it's like over like $20,000 a month. It is crazy. $20,000 a month.
Buy a fucking house. Go to like New Jersey and buy like a house.
There's a lot of people do. I mean, you can't. There are like homes in like New York. They're like
Jersey's kind of like cute. Like I kind of feel like living in like a suburb in like New Jersey would be like so cute.
I think it would be cute. I think it'd be like a good time.
Yeah, because like then you're like still kind of like close to if you want to go to New York
take
and
the
like
subway
shop, or go to like the Jersey Shore.
Dude, yeah.
Ratchet.
I feel like oh my god, yeah. I feel like living in New Jersey would be like a vibe.
Yeah, it's like cute, and it's still in the east, so it doesn't get like too hot. But I don't think they get. Well, I'm sure they get like really bad snow. Actually, I think
they get hurricanes.
I think they're in like the snow belt.
Yeah.
They probably do get hurricanes, but I feel like if you're in the suburbs, it's not as bad.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. That's like one thing, like we don't have to like deal with like hurricanes. Like that would be like that'd be like too much for me. I wouldn't even know what to do first up.
One of my big fears is like tsunamis.
Oh my god, yeah, because there was that big one when we were kids. The one that hit like Japan and made like a nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Same. I like had a fear of them too because that was wild.
That elevated water, girl. That shit's getting up there.
Water will fuck shit up.
Water is like actually really scary.
Water will, but Trisha Paytas' husband is like, water is life.
What about a tsunami? How does he feel about that?
I know. I want
to hear a hot take on Moses.
I need Moses to explain tsunamis and how
it even like really. I think I kind of know how it happens. It's because like plates under the earth and plates under the water like shift. So then first I think a hurricane happens.
No.
Or an earthquake.
An earthquake happens.
Which
is an earthquake is the plates moving.
Yeah, and then the tsunami happens.
Like, yeah. But even then, I'm like, why does it like do all that though? I don't know.
It's just crazy how water itself, it's like it's a living thing because it can cause, like, it just causes itself to make this huge big wave.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And it just keeps going.
Well, I know what is crazy too. I think Trisha Paytas, like Moses, like said this the one time. He's like, water, like, it's never gone away. The water that we're drinking has been around forever because it's a cycle.
Yeah.
It goes up in the sky, and then it comes back down. It goes in the oceans, and we filter it. Like, water never goes away.
Water is probably the most consistent thing that we'll have in our lifetime.
Like, you can't get rid of it. I think that's why he is like all about like water. I'm like, when he said that, I was like, wait, you mean to tell me this water, like this, like somebody else was drinking this before too?
And it's like 75% of your body.
Yeah. Right.
It's like it was like 90%
this
yesterday
because
I was so bloated.
I'm thinking about this, or like, what is that called? Like existential, like when you realize like
existential crisis. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that like when you realize you're like a human and like you just like think about like what life is, and then you like, and especially when I think about like space. Like sometimes I'll like look in the mirror. I used to do this a lot as a kid. I'll stare in the mirror and I'd be like, what am I?
Ew, you're so weird.
That is weird, but I'm like, what am I? I'm like, isn't this like crazy? Like just like the way that we can like talk and understand each other. We have like eyes we can see. Like that's so crazy.
We've come so far. And
like,
now here we are. Pride Month's a thing.
I know. All that because like an asteroid like hit the planet.
And killed the dinosaurs.
Like what?
For some reason,
if that never happened,
for some reason, I don't believe that.
It was God.
Well, I don't know if I believe that either.
The Bible's not real. It was written by people who.
Is there an astro and dinosaurs in the Bible? Do they talk about that?
I don't think so. That's a really good question. No, they didn't. Animals weren't really discussed in the Bible because they.
Besides Noah's Ark.
Because and he took one of everything. That's like part of like the creation story, but like they don't really talk about like animals that much because they don't want to like talk about like evolution.
Yeah, they don't believe in evolution.
Like animals don't really. I mean, they talk a lot about like lambs because like lambs are like very holy, and like lambs are actually really cute. That's a goat, Or wait, what's a sheep? Wait, what's a sheep, a goat, and a lamb? I don't know.
A goat is definitely different than a sheep and a lamb, but a sheep and a lamb are very similar. They both
gun to my head, wouldn't know.
Girl, I don't fucking know.
This is all over the place today.
Yeah.
We really...
You know, I kind of thought we were going to talk about, like, Pride Month, but we were, like, really just didn't.
I mean, we can talk about Pride Month. I mean, what does Pride mean to you? I don't know.
I don't know. What does it mean to you?
Gays shouldn't have rights. I don't know.
I said this morning, I sent a text and I said, Happy Pride. In parentheses, I said, I can't wait till it's over.
Well, no, I don't know. I feel like with it being Pride Month, like, especially, like, the person I am now, like, I'm just, like, so happy that, like, I don't know, that I do get to, like, have, like, a month to just, like, I don't know, celebrate, like, queerness and everything. And I used to be, like, such a hater on, like, Pride, and I would never, like, want to go to Pride because I was like, oh, it's like...
He never wanted to go to the gay bars.
It's, like, internalized homophobia is such a thing, and I had it so bad. And now, like, I was telling Courtney this, I'm like, when I just see, like, a flamboyant, like, super femme, super gay, like... guy, like, I just, like, love that because I'm just like, look at him just, like, living, like, with the nails and just, like, I love that so much. It just, like, makes my heart, like, so happy.
It makes me very happy that you're, like, very
open
with it. And, like, you're more comfortable with it because, like, a year ago you used to hate on people painting their nails.
Not even, like, I would say a little more than a year ago, like 3 years ago. Yeah Well, I don't know, even like listen, here's the tea. If you're going to paint your nails, it better look good. If you're going to wear makeup, it better look good. Like, that's the place I'm coming from. Like, if you're going to do these things, baby, make it look good. And at least try your hardest. I don't want you to, like, half-ass it. I want you to, like, do your best. I guess maybe that's the place I come from. Maybe, like, that's why I'm, like, so critical sometimes of, like, maybe how people present with stuff. Because I'm like, okay, if this is what you want to do, baby, I want you to do your best. Like... I guess it is. And it can come off, like, hard sometimes when I, like, do see, like, I don't know, like, a dress and a wig.
You've come a long way, and I love that for you.
Yeah. No, me too. Like, yeah, definitely the person I was wild and very critical of a lot of things. And now I'm critical, but, like, I think...
It's just, like, because you can do better.
You can do better. If you want to wear those nails and paint your nails and wear a wig and do whatever... Baby, it better look good. If you want to be femme, do it. Even, like, now, like, those guys that, like, try to be so masculine, like, annoys me. Like, that guy that I was seeing, like, so masculine. And, it just, like, drove me crazy.
Well, I think that's just, like, also because he has a lot of guy friends.
Which is fine, but, like, I felt like he would, like, him being so masculine made it seem like I couldn't be, like, myself around him sometimes. Yeah. Which nothing ever would come up to where he would say that, but, like, it just felt that way.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, we seem to have things in common. Like, I don't know. Like, I do like whatever. I like masculine guys. Like, that's, like, the kind of guys I'll, like, date and stuff. But, like, it's just like, don't judge when, like, I felt like sometimes when I'd wear, like, makeup and stuff, like, it would, like, bother him or something. I don't know. Or if I would dress a certain way, like this or whatever, it would, like, bother him. I don't know.
I think he just needs to go through the experience that you're going through.
Yeah.
He needs to learn with himself to be more comfortable with that.
And that's why, like, I like those guys who do present, like, very masculine, but, like, they'll, like, be around, like, all like the girls and, like, the gays and just I like
they'll be one of the girls.
They will. Like, there are, like, some, like, masculine gay guys that I know that, like, they're, like, getting just as, like, like, when they want to, but, like, I don't know. I just like when people, you can tell, are comfortable with themselves. For a while, like, I always thought I was comfortable with myself, but, like, I think I was just doing it for, like, other people. Now I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
And we love that.
We love that.
So, well, that was
this
episode of the Bathroom Gossip.
Episode
I don't know. I think we're on 8. Which is crazy. We're on 8.
I know. Honestly, I feel like we've been doing this for longer. It's kind of crazy.
We've been doing this since February.
I know.
So, yeah, join us next time.
See you and probably, well, oh my god, I keep thinking we're so much farther in June because I was about to say this to you in a couple weeks, like, because you're on vacation, but you're literally, we're gonna be able to do it before you go.
Yeah, we should. All right, bye everybody.
Bye, love you.
Love you so much.